This is the Zone 1 podcast for a premium travel experience. The Zone 1 podcast brings you incredible travel opportunities and excursions through networktravel.ca. The Zone 1 podcast features the legendary Rae Greening, Rick McSwain from Network Travel, and I'm your host, Terry Evans. Once again, here we are for another episode of the Zone 1 podcast. Two of us within blocks of each other, the other 9 time zones away. Rae and myself in St. Albert, Rick McSwain with a group with networktravel.ca in South Africa, just outside of Cape Town. Is that where you are?
Yeah, we're outside of Cape Town here in Stellenbosch in the wine country.
Wine country, Rae.
Bring it on. Okay, damp January is still happening.
Damp January.
Well, you don't like to fully commit.
If only there was a month named with an S, it would be soggy something.
Yes, that would be awesome.
Mm-hmm.
So where did you start in Africa?
We started up in Johannesburg. So we flew from Edmonton. Anyways, it was a bit of a journey because we had a direct flight. We had a direct flight to Amsterdam from Edmonton. KLM canceled the flight, and of course, the code shared with WestJet. So then they pushed us down to Calgary we had no alternative. Get to Calgary, I sit in Calgary for 6 hours because of this cancellation with KLM. Get on the flight after 6 hours, pushed us back, and then we had a mechanical issue, and they had to reboot their computer on board. The pilot comes on, says he can do it, and then he couldn't do it. So then they pushed us back in, had to shut everything down, reboot, got it going. We're off. Then we missed our connection in Amsterdam.
Oh, no.
So then they rerouted us through Munich. And anyways, by this time, then we get down to Johannesburg. Well, we get to Munich, then we had to stay there for a couple hours. And anyways, it was like 40 hours. Only because they canceled the direct flight out of Edmonton. And I swear to God, it's like journey and a half, like just because of that, right? But anyways, we're here and it was good.
You know what it was? It was probably because they needed one of those cords, but they had one of those cords.
Yeah, and none of them fit any of your computers or anything.
Nobody had an extra cube. Sometimes you got to bring an extra cube, Rick. Your recording has stopped again.
Oh, yeah.
Turner calling me again.
Oh, for God's
sake. That's why. Just tell him, please stop.
I'm going to tell Paul to stop calling you.
Because he will keep calling you.
I know he will. Jeez.
Doesn't he know you're in Africa?
Well, yeah, I thought he knew, yeah.
Paul, stop calling Rick. He's in Cape Town, South Africa, and we're trying to do a goddamn podcast. Every time you phone him, it stops the recording.
He's going to come into your office. Yeah, but
All right.
That's funny.
Now you watch. He'll phone me and say sorry.
Yeah, you're not wrong. He will.
I know he will. That's so funny.
All right. I don't know if we're still recording. I think we are. Yes, we are.
Yeah, we are.
Okay.
The red dot's there.
There.
Okay.
All right. Well, that'll be an entertaining part of the podcast.
Oh, there you go.
This will be a bloopers.
So after you finally got there, after the 42 hours of traveling, so what was your first city, or what were you doing?
Well, we were supposed to come into Johannesburg and then spend the night, and then get up the next morning and then fly to Victoria Falls. So we missed the connector, and make a long story short, we missed the first night in Johannesburg. So we got here in the morning in time for the flight to go straight to Victoria Falls.
Okay.
So by the time we got to Victoria Falls, like it was 40 some hours later. But anyways, we're all caught up in sleep now, and it was all good. But it's like really weird because it all happened because Buddy couldn't reboot his stupid computer on the plane and KLM. Anyways, it was all good. Go down to Zimbabwe chords, right?
Yeah,
that one.
Yeah. It's the wrong chord.
Next time I fly in KLM, I'm going to bring some of those purple cords.
Yeah,
So
well, you know what?
Yeah.
Just bring all the cords in that bucket you have in your garage that you'd never threw out from 1984.
All my Radio Shack cords.
So how was Victoria Falls?
Oh, Victoria Falls is one of the wonders of the world. It's just incredible. It's like it's so funny because I told everyone before we came, I said, like, make sure you bring a rain jacket and all of the stuff because you're gonna get wet. And it's warm, it's really warm. It's like 28 degrees, but you're gonna get wet. And everybody goes, oh yeah, okay, whatever. And so then they get here and they got soaking wet. Just like it's like a torrential rain storm, but it's just the mist off of the waterfalls. So you're walking, and you walk right along the edge of the waterfalls, and the mist is coming. It depends on where you're at, but and then there's a little gust or something like that just pours on top of you, and it was so much fun because people didn't realize, and they go into this little area where it's a kind of a lookout kind of thing, and then it's like, oh, you chase like God, and so it was pretty fun. It's amazing. It's massive, massive waterfalls. So,
Is it Marjorie that looked like the drowned rat? Was that her name, or Marjorie or Margaret?
oh no, it's Maryland.
Okay, so I don't think it's that wet. No,
Are you looking at?
let's go check it out. Is it wet back here?
Really wet.
Maryland.
Too late now.
Maryland. He's got this. Holy. I told you it was going to get wet. Hey, rocks.
Oh, God.
You look like a drowned rat.
Right over there. Pouring rain.
So I asked this stupid question before. Where are you from?
I'm from Canada. Have you heard of the little country? I think we're the next 51st state. Here we go.
Hey, Gail, I don't think that's working worth a shit.
I know, I need windshield wipers.
It's awesome.
However, when you think about it, when you said you're going to get wet, you want to come prepared. Like for one day on a trip to South Africa, you don't want to be packing all your rain gear because, as you know, when you pack for Africa, you got to be packing for transport, right? There's rules as to what you can pack.
Yeah, exactly. And the thing was it just bring a light rain jacket. I didn't like, and it's just good for like, because in the morning game drives and stuff that we were doing, it's still like, it's cool in the morning. It's like 14, 15 degrees. And I know that sounds not that cold, but when you're driving in an open sided Jeep or Land Cruiser, I mean, it's cold with the wind blowing on you and stuff until the sun really comes up. So it would have been good to have that in Victoria Falls, and everyone brought one. So it's good. But we stopped at a little kind of, there's venues and little markets around the waterfalls, and we had organized to have these big ponchos for everyone anyways. So, and of course it was hot. So some people say, I'm not wearing that. And then they get down there and go, holy shit.
Give me that poncho.
it was like,
Ponchos. We don't need no stinking poncho.
so, exactly. So it was hilarious because the people that said, no, I don't need no stinking poncho. And those are the people that were just freaking soaking wet. And we were laughing. It was a ton of fun. So
networktravel.ca for a premium travel experience. Visit the website today to find out more about these amazing travel adventures. The East Africa Safari in 2027, Antarctica in 2027, Vietnam and Cambodia this fall, Machu Picchu and the Amazon this summer. Also this summer, 2 separate vacation opportunities with private yachts in Croatia. All of this and so much more. See them all at networktravel.ca. So the Victoria Falls, one of the wonders of the world, is what's the proximity to the bungee jumping? And I'm showing video alongside with when we talk about it. Pretty spectacular with some bungee jumping opportunities. Where is that?
yeah, we had 2 people in our group that did the bungee jumping. It was pretty cool. So there's this big bridge that they built, and it's a pretty cool story because the engineers had built this bridge, and then when they finished, the stupid thing wouldn't connect. So the two pieces, they were off a little bit and they wouldn't connect. And then one of the engineers said, well, let's see if we can connect it. I think it was in the morning when it's cool because it would contract the reason why it wasn't because it was in the heat of the day when they were connecting it and it was overlapping. So they said, well, let's wait until it cools off and it'll contract enough so that it will meet. We'll put it together and then it'll work. Anyways, that's the story I heard. But anyways.
And those are engineers that came up with that?
Thank you. I was about to ask the same question. And you're going to jump off that?
That's what I said.
The jumping off thing came after they couldn't put the bridges together is how I read that. I'm just thinking the engineers are thinking, if you've got a bridge that's like this or like that or whatever, and then we'll put it together when it's cold. And then we'll just have people drive over it when it's cold. When it's hot, we'll go and we won't let anybody go across.
But that's the story. That's the story they're telling. And they said after it cooled off, it contracted enough so that they could put the pieces together. And then, when it heated up, it would just expand and contract on its own. They bolted it all in. I don't know. Anyways, but the bungee jumping thing, it was like, holy shit, it's 300 feet. And anyways, there's two people in our group, and Mark Ham, Jackie Rae, knows you really well.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah. So it was Mark and his sister that jumped.
Oh, is that who jumped?
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't really look. All I saw was their bum and then everything going over.
Yeah. So Mark said to say hi to you.
I'm telling you, if I was there would have been 3 bungee jumping, and it would have been everything you could do. You would have needed a herd of elephants to pull me away from that. I love bungee jumping. It's super fun.
Oh,
I've never done it. I'm too chicken.
Well, once you get the thing strapped to your feet, so anybody will push you. Like there's lots of people around.
Two guys on this podcast.
So this bridge is just down at the end of Victoria Falls, and this bridge goes from it goes from what the hell? I can't
from the riverbank just to part way.
Zimbabwe over to Zambia, I think is how the bridge goes across that way. And they're right in the middle. Right in the middle is where they have a little chute there you can jump off and stuff. But it was pretty crazy. And then after that, then we went to a place called Lookout Cafe. And this Lookout Cafe, they built right on the side of the cliff. And it's this beautiful restaurant, and the food is amazing. And we had ostrich and all kinds of really cool stuff.
They put their necks out for that.
Gators. We had gators as well. It was, anyways, a really cool experience. And then after we left there, we were saying
before you skip the ostrich thing here, Jackie Rae, since did they serve breakfast? How big was that omelet?
Well, I got my egg soft boiled, and it just it fell on my feet. It dripped off the plate.
As big as your head.
Yeah. So, anyways, it was friggin'. You can only have one ostrich egg in an omelet. It's like a lot.
I'll tell you, and then you're taking some home. You're having ostrich egg on the way home you're going to the afternoon safari with ostrich egg in your picnic basket, or Yogi.
So Victoria Falls compared to Niagara Falls, close or not even close?
Not even close.
Because it's rainforest, right? So
and it's just massive in the length of the width of the waterfalls. I think they said that Niagara Falls, I think there's I forget what the details were on it. I think there was more water volume on Niagara Falls, but the width of Victoria Falls is one of the largest in the world in terms of how wide it is. So it's and that depends on rainy season, dry season, how much water comes over the falls. It's just incredible. It's just absolutely amazing, beautiful. And then we stayed at a lodge right by Victoria Falls called the Wallow. And this is just an incredible lodge. And we're in this private conservancy, and we were feeding elephants and all of this stuff. And it was just incredible. Beautiful. Outdoor showers and all kinds of fun stuff.
You sent a video of taken from inside a bus, and you said we're just on the road, and there was elephants in the trees. What was the deal there? Was that the shuttle from the airport, or
Yeah, we were coming out of Zimbabwe back to Botswana. And we were just driving down the highway, and ahead we could see this big elephant in the middle of the road, and we just kept driving, and then the driver pulled over, and he goes, there's a big ass elephant right there on the side of the road. And he was like, and the reason why I took the photo the way I did the video, it was like, you can see we're inside the bus, and this elephant is like right there, right? And he was just looking at us, flapping his ears, and I mean, it's just the wild kingdom out here, I tell you.
was he all chuffed up like he was defending his territory or anything like that? Or
Well,
was he just looking?
at first he was, but I mean, we're all in a bus, so I don't think you could really see us in the windows too much. But he was, looked like a big happy guy. He seemed all right. Didn't look like he was going to charge us. So, I mean, if we were in a Land Cruiser, he might have been a little bit more defensive because we're in a smaller vehicle. But we're in a bigger bus. What was it, 25 seater bus moving from border to border kind of thing. So
Then there's a bunch of video of elephants, and looks like hyenas and hippopotamus and monkeys. Looks like are those gibbons, or what kind of monkeys are those?
I don't know what the hell they're called.
Are those,
there's a whole bunch of baboons.
Those red-butted monkeys?
Yeah, I forget what the little ones are called. They're the same ones we saw in Kenya, Jackie Ray. But the other ones are
those
baboons.
little guys.
Yeah. The other ones are baboons. The bigger ones are baboons.
Right.
And the little ones, they're freaking into everything. Is if you leave your cabin door open or something, they're inside looking for sugar and all that kind of stuff. They're just into everything. So
I'm not sure about what monkey species are indigenous to the specific area that you are in right now, but were at any of those proboscis monkeys there? The ones with the big floppy, goofy noses?
No, we didn't have any of those.
All right. You can smell those coming from a mile away.
Yeah.
The old proboscis monkey.
Yeah.
And some amazing stuff, zebras, and like I said before, hippopotamus. So is that rhinoceros that I see there?
Yeah, we had rhinos on the middle of the road. We saw four of the big five. The one animal we didn't see was one of the cats, which was the leopard. We saw the cheetah, we saw the lion. Cheetah's not one of the big five, but the lion is. Of course, the elephant, the rhino, we saw hippos, we saw Cape buffalo. But the leopard is really hard. And this kind of area, well, we're south of there now, down by Cape Town, but up in Zimbabwe and Botswana, up in where we were doing the game drives, we're up in Pilanesberg, which is north of Johannesburg, and we're up in a conservancy up there as well. But the grass is taller, so it's a little harder to spot, animals like the leopard. I mean, it's hard enough in Kenya, but here it's even more difficult because the grass is tall, right? So
I've seen a few shots of a few videos of some nice big giraffes.
Oh yeah, giraffes everywhere too. Yeah. Yeah.
So when we were in Kenya, there was kind of a drought happening, so it was really kind of devastating to see. But it only really takes one rainfall to green things up. It seems greener there. Is that the case?
Well, up there when we were on the game drives, everything, it was raining. It rained every day we were up there, actually. And now
Okay.
Once we got out of there and moved back into Johannesburg and went up to Pilanesberg, which is north of Joburg. It was drier up there and really warm and sunny. It was beautiful. So, but down in Botswana and Zimbabwe, it rained for the 4 days we were there. So deep or tall grass. I mean, there was areas where, they have this thatch grass, it's called, and it's the grass that they build the thatch roofs with. But I swear to God, it's like 7-8 feet high. It's like
It's that tall. Oh,
Yeah.
no wonder it's tough to see animals. Okay.
Yeah.
So I thought if you can't spot an elephant, you're a loser.
Well, you're driving and you got friggin' grass like 8 feet high. I'm not a loser, but damn it. Can't see anything. And then it's funny because we're driving along and then the driver stops and I said, "What's going on?" And I said, we're here looking for cats today. And he goes, no, I'm looking at a bird. And I go, nobody cares about a bird. Just keep going.
What kind of bird was it? Was it a toucan? Was it the Fruit Loops bird or something? What kind of?
No.
Those are in
They
South
don't
America?
have the toucans here.
Okay.
I forget the name of the bird though. There's one bird. It was funny. I got a picture. I don't know if I uploaded it or not, but it's the bird that's on. It was the Disney movie, and he's a bit of a character. And they're just a funny, friendly little bird, but he's got the big beak and stuff. It's not a toucan, but anyways, he was a character in the Disney movie. But anyways, so
The Disney movie, huh?
Yeah.
Old Yeller.
Yeah. He really
It was
narrowed
Cinderella,
that down.
Are you talking about Aladdin or something?
No, and wait, no, it was what the hell? I can't even think of the name of the movie right now. It's 11 o'clock here, you guys. Jeez, give me a break. PM. Shit. So, Lion King. Sorry, Lion King.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Sure.
Reluctantly.
Hi, this is Terry Evans, hoping you'll join me for the Reluctantly Podcast. ReluctantlyPodcast.com, with guests like Tom Cochran, Brian Johnson from AC/DC, Brian Baumler, and Kevin Lowe, formerly with the Edmonton Oilers. Also Darby Mills, Lee Aaron, Haley Benedict, and more. ReluctantlyPodcast.com.
Reluctantly.
Did you see any antelopes over there? The reason I ask, I see the wildebeest. Is that a wildebeest, or there's some sort of muskox or something like that?
Yeah, there's a wildebeest. There were probably wildebeest that you were looking at there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Lots of wildebeest.
It makes me think, if you saw any antelopes, it makes me think of that Far Side cartoon, Gary Larson, where there's a few lions sitting around and they're in some taller grass, and you can't see that they're feasting on a wildebeest, or on an antelope. But then the one, his head is up, and he goes, "Hey, Sid, remember that last time we were eating? And Ed said something so funny, a bone came out. You laughed so hard, a bone came out your nose."
That's bad.
I don't know why that just popped into my head. But it's probably because you're in South Africa and there's safaris and stuff. And
Yeah.
cats and whatnot. But, yeah, look that up. It's go ahead and Google the Far Side.
Okay, I'll look that up. Yeah.
Now, are you doing wine tours, or like you say you're south of Cape Town and is it wine country? So are you doing wine tours, or what's happening now?
Yeah, today, Jackie Rae, we did 2 wine tours.
Oh, that's why you
And
can't hold your act together.
It's 11 o'clock at
p.m.
night. We did 2
and you
wine
did wine
tours.
tours. Okay.
And I'm drinking
And how
water.
was that?
Actually, you know what? It's out here in Stellenbosch. We went to the Spear. We can buy the wine there in Edmonton. It's or in Alberta. It's Spear, Spier, I think is how you spell it. But anyways, they got this beautiful, beautiful gardens and a vineyard here. And we went out to another one that's Van Kachdan or something like that. Anyways, it's
Easy for you to say.
Yeah. Wow.
well, it took some practice, and I don't think I got it right.
Gesundheit.
And that's what it was so funny, because I said, you have to say, I'll send you the video. I said, can you say this again? Because there's no way we can pronounce this, because it's very Dutch. And it was like a lot of like this. Anyways, it was absolutely beautiful. I mean, there's pictures on the wall where Queen Elizabeth has been there. And, we did a whole tasting there and stuff. And it's just incredible. It's so beautiful. But it's like Napa Valley, but on steroids. It's, it's just massive area, mountainous. It's just gorgeous and down in this area. Really nice and warm too. Probably 30, 33 today down here. Sunny blue skies. No wind. Just beautiful. They're just starting their harvest right now on the
Grapes.
certain types of grapes. So they're just starting that, I think, this week actually. So anyways, I heard you, grapes. Yeah.
Well, I can tell you were searching for that word.
You know what? Piss off. It's 2:00 in the afternoon there. It's so funny because, it's not funny, actually. Piss off. We get up this morning at 7:00 and they're feeding us wine at 9:20.
Oh,
Oh
And
dear.
I said, like, I can't be drinking wine at 9:20. I got this podcast tonight at 11 o'clock. And I said, you'll be fine.
He'll be fine. Yeah, for some reason he thinks he's in Amsterdam or Germany at
Germany.
Ludendorff and
Germany.
Jackie Ray, I don't even think he's in South Africa. He's probably in Amsterdam.
Yeah, I'm
I'm in
trying to
Red
get
Deer.
So after you're done in Victoria Falls, now where you're going? Or no, I mean in the wine region.
But actually,
Do
after
you
we're
know
done
where you're
here, we're
going?
yeah, I do have an idea. So we're so from here we're going back. We're going into Cape Town from here, and we're going to stay in
Okay.
Cape Town for a few days. In Cape Town, then we're going down to Cape Point, which is the most southern tip of the continent of Africa. Going to go down and see the penguins, and I think we might go over to Robins Island maybe tomorrow as well. We're going to Table Mountain tomorrow afternoon or tomorrow morning, I guess. We're doing Table Mountain. So we're out of here at 7 a.m. and on our way over to Cape Town, and then Table Mountain first thing. You got to get up there before the cloud starts to come so that you get it before the afternoon. They call it the blanket. When there's the sky is blue as far as you can see, but then there's this stream of cloud that goes across the mountain in the afternoon. They call the blanket, and you want to get up before that so you can obviously see everything. So it's pretty neat. And then there's some in the group that are going to stay a little longer, and they want to do the shark cage dive or whatever it is.
Oh,
Oh,
fun.
not-
I would do that. I would love to
yeah.
do that.
I would love to do that too,
Yeah.
but my insurance, I think, will be null and void.
Oh,
Actually, in fact,
So
it
that's
would
when
be
you
null
go
and
down
void.
in the cage with the scuba thing right on the head, and then the sharks think they can get at you for lunch.
Yeah, exactly. And actually,
Okay.
Kim was just on us. Kim Hutton, the nurse, Kim was just
Nurse
on.
Kim.
Nurse Kimmy, and she did this down here in Cape Town. She got in the cage and went diving with the sharks. So it's pretty neat. We should have questioned her on that.
She packed really big band-aids that time.
Yeah, she had more
well,
than
if you're
that.
Rick, I've never been to South Africa, but from what I understand, if you're going to go to Robben Island, you've gone all that way. You better go to Batman Island as well. Because,
Exactly.
yeah. Just looking at networktravel.ca, there's if any of the I know Rick's in South Africa, but there's an East Africa safari that you can book for 2027. There's still some deals for sun destinations here early in 2026: Machu Picchu and the Amazon, the Antarctic, Vietnam, and Cambodia trips also. The Croatia yachts, and then I think I'm just trying. Oh, there's another South Africa coming up in January of 2027. So, getting all set for all of that with a lot of the things that we've talked about: the wildlife safaris, the Stellenbosch wine country, Victoria Falls, Zimbabwe, Cape Town, Table Mountain, and so many others. So,
Looks amazing. Little Ricky, you want to go to Betty Boy?
Yeah, it's
No,
time to
actually, you
snuggle
know
up
what?
in your blanket on the mountain.
I've got 4 days. I got 4 days, and then I'm off to Kenya. So we're gonna do this. I'm gonna see if we can do this from a game drive. That'll be hilarious.
Okay,
Anyways,
that would be
all right.
terrific.
I got to keep you guys up later instead of me.
Instead of you.
You can catch us when you're on a game drive, and Jackie Ray and I will get into a bottle of wine after an Oilers game or something like that.
Sounds like a plan. I love it.
This has been the Zone 1 podcast. For a premium travel experience, Rick McSwain from networktravel.ca, Jackie Rae Greening. I'm Terry Evans. The Zone 1 podcast is part of the Reluctantly Podcast Network.